How's it going, boys? Welcome back to another brand new video, and today we're gonna be doing a Huskar guide. And someone asked me to do a Huskar guide. I actually didn't really want to do a Huskar guide, but Huskar's just too good. He's just too good right now, and you can see from this right here. I've been spamming this hero non-stop for like 20 games now. My win rate on this hero is terrible, but it has been pretty good. Like, it was all losses. Now it's like in the positives for sure. And just FYI, look at this fucking skin, dude. This skin is sexy. But yeah, I do have the Immortal, but honestly, this just looks better. It is way more badass than this ever is, so I just have to use it, man. It's actually so sad that this is better looking than the Immortal. It kind of makes me cry a little bit, but you know, it's fine. This is super nice, especially the pants. Like, dude, the pants, you just have to fucking wear these. There's no other option. Now, there's a lot of things I want to go over with Huskar, like a lot of things. I'm not even gonna lie, this is like one small thing that I'm gonna go through, but this hero is one of those heroes that people will play him to gang MMR. All right, he's not complex at all. He's apparently the lowest complexity. I don't think Huskar is that easy, guys. Why do I say that? Because, you know, Huskar, people play heroes like Meepo, Huskar. Where the fuck is Meepo? Right, Meepo, Huskar, Broodmother. They, like, this is what the Smurfs play. All right, but I'm gonna teach you how to be a Smurf. This hero, unlike the Meepos and stuff, he's actually very simple to play. Very easy to play. However, the only thing that is hard about Huskar is the armlet toggle part. Although armlet toggle is non-existent in my opinion, because most of the time I never fucking armlet toggle. And if you are armlet toggling, it will fuck you over more times than it will actually help you. And it doesn't matter how good you are at armlet toggling, it's fucking hard, man. Just don't armlet toggle. I'll explain why. But first, let me get through the counters, boys. So, you know, I played Necro this match. Why? Because this guy picked Huskar, and I just picked Necro. Why do you pick Necro into Huskar? Because, very simply, Huskar sits below 50% HP almost the entire game, and your ultimate kills anyone below 50% HP, so you know how the math works out. Yeah. You know, Huskar is also hard countered by heroes like Viper. He's pretty hard countered by like Wind Ranger and stuff. Heroes that Timbersaw could be a little bit of a pain sometimes. But yeah, generally silences like AoE silences are pretty tough too. Nyx Assassin. But overall, he's not hard countered by too many. Oh yeah, also Lina, dude. For some reason, Lina's super fucking good against Huskar. Invoker is also up there too because of the vessel and all the cold snap shit. Okay, guys. So this guide, I'm actually gonna put some effort into. I'm not gonna lie. First thing you have to understand about Huskar is, with Huskar, where do I even start? Alright, I'm gonna go through the skills, and then I'll go through the items, and then I'll go through everything else in between. With Huskar, you have to understand that your Burning Spear is basically the same thing as something like Poison Attack, mixed with like overpowered Fury Swipes, mixed with like fucking this, okay? Like, Huskar is literally one of these heroes that hits you and keeps hitting you and hits you more and hits you harder and you just die. That's just Huskar, which makes him a lane dominator. Now, Huskar, you know, people think that Huskar is like some kind of lane dominator, but not really, guys. If you look at what Huskar is, this hero has one fucking base armor. He has one base armor with a pathetic like 40 damage. Let's look at the stats real quick. No, not the stats, the about page. He has one armor, 40 damage, and 295 movement speed. If you know one thing about Huskar is that this hero is abysmal for fucking trading at level 1. Most heroes in the game have like 60, like 50 or whatever. Like, let's look at like Sven, okay? Sven has 60 base damage, Like, literally, he has a free Windlace over Huskar. More than a Windlace, because Windlace is 25 movement speed. And he has, like, Windlace plus 5 movement speed. And he has 4.5 armor, so almost 5 times the armor amount. And 20 more damage. And you're telling me how Huskar is a lame dominator. Look at these base stats. They're just garbage. He just doesn't have what it takes to do that. The only thing he has going for him is Burning Spears. And the only reason why is because when you do Burning Spears, once you stack a bunch, it starts hurting people quite a bit. But here's the issue with that, guys. It takes away 3% of your health and you attack super fucking slow. If you just go like this, he's not gonna die. He is literally just not gonna die. It's gonna take a while. Sometimes if he's smart and he starts punching you back, a lot of the times you will actually die before him. So with Huskar, you kind of need levels to be able to sustain the lane and harass properly. You need at least 1 point in this, and I like to have 2 points in this because this doubles in effect and your attack speed becomes quite fast. And once you're about to die, you attack super fast, and you can be sitting on relatively low HP, so you can maintain that. Also, all of his skills double. Like, his Huskar's abilities are what carries him, pretty much. His base stats are shit. His abilities carry him super fucking hard. If you're in a advantageous lane, you can get 2 points in Burning Spears. And this essentially doubles your damage. Now, it becomes very hard for the enemy to walk in range of you. If you're playing against any hero, like DK, Ember, any melee hero in the mid lane, pretty much at level 3, you can pretty much zone them out infinitely by just throwing spears every time you can. And you can even miss lasses for this, by the way. You can miss the Nize, because the thing is, they're gonna run out of regen, or they're just gonna straight up die to you. And that's pretty fucking good. If you miss like 2 lasses or whatever. Ideally, you don't want to miss lasses, because they're pretty important. This is a big thing too. Sometimes at level 1, you can actually take Inner Fire. Huskar is pretty fucking versatile, I'm not gonna lie. If you're up against like a Lina, like something like a Lina or Windranger, Quap, Necro, these heroes with long range nukes that you can't really like someone like Storm with super abysmally bad attack range, you can just get your W and just hit them. But someone like Lina with long attack range or Sniper and they have a bunch of nukes, you don't want to be getting this, because 9 times out of 10 you're never even hitting them, and you kind of want to just get 2 points in Berserker's Blood and get your point in this. So Inner Fire is absolutely broken. It helps you last hit. If you guys saw what I did there, so this creep right here, if I hit it, it's not gonna die, but if I Inner Fire it, it's gonna die. It's just pretty fucking broken in my opinion. If you look at what this does, okay, 75 mana, 14-second cooldown. Let's ignore the cooldown. Cooldowns like don't even matter, because you're not gonna be spamming this because you don't have the mana pool. 75 mana, 400 knockback. It's a knockback, so meaning they get like it's almost like a mini stun kind of, because they can't really like do shit for like, they get pushed away, right? It's not really a stun, but it's something, right? It's something. It's slow. Sometimes like it fucks them up. Like they're trying to move around and it fucks up their movement. It's a 1.75 disarm. So if you're trading, you can just hit them extra 2 times and they just can't hit you for 2 seconds. It does. It's a 500 radius. The radius doesn't change. It does 100 damage. Just real quick, we're gonna compare everything. Okay, DP. 80 mana, 75 damage, longer range and lower cooldown. DK, Snooks, 90 damage, 90 mana. Alright, let's look at something like Lina. 85 damage, 100 mana. Zeus, 75 damage, but it does jump around, 80 mana. Someone like Quap, 75. Like there's actually there's barely any spells in the entire game. Even Sven's stun damage got nerfed. It used to do 110 damage. That was pretty fucking good. Okay, Sven's stun was pretty fucking op at level 1. Even better than Huskar's, because it's a fucking stun. It costs a little bit. It costs quite a bit more mana, but it's a stun, and it does way more damage. It does 10 more damage, but this is just like insane. 75 mana. Spam does like, you can use this like 5 times in the lane and you're gonna be fine. You're not gonna have mana issues. I don't know why Huskar just have 0 intel, but because he only has one ability that uses mana, he just doesn't have mana issue. And most of the time you're not gonna be leveling this up because you're just gonna keep it at level 1. There's very rare cases where I get level 2 points in it. Sometimes if I'm trying to nuke people or just farm, I never level this up more than once, pretty much. Sometimes I get it at level 1 and I just never take it again. Or sometimes I just leave it until like level 10 and I get 1 point in it for the value Kajali. That's basically it. You don't really want to... Because these 2 spells are too good. You need these to jungle. And you might be like, this is a good nuke, you know. You can use it to jungle and whatnot. But that's like... Technically no, because Berserker's Blood and Burning Spear is just way better. With your ult, if you're trying to kill them, you can get your ult. If you're not trying to kill them, don't get their ult. There's one thing you have to kind of understand is the fact that Huskar's ultimate is actually gives them BKB for like a slight duration. I mean that if I get any effects on me and I'm jumping through, I purge it right off. So you can use this to dispel stuff. Obviously you can't dispel shit like silences. There's another thing is that I believe you can't actually get stunned like this. Okay, wait, that was an epic fail. Okay, can I somehow... Okay, this is pretty fucking hard to do, huh? We're gonna get some neutral items to help me out here. Okay, hold on guys. I wanna do this. Okay, I wanna show you guys how it's done. Yeah, so I didn't get stunned there. Because while the stun hit me, I was in BKB duration. And you're spell immune, so you can't get stunned. It's pretty fucking hard to pull off. Man, there's so many outplays with Huskar that you can do. It's actually super difficult hero. His skill cap is pretty high. With the level talents, I'm just gonna go through it real quick, but yeah, get your ult whenever. It does insane damage. It's pretty stupid. Before, people used to go Ethereal Blade and stuff, but I think that's kind of a meme because it's just not as good anymore. Because I'm gonna tell you guys what's the better build. Level 10 you get slow duration. Never take lifesteal. That's complete bait. Burning Spear DPS is 50 billion times better. Over here, because I'm gonna teach you guys the Agonist build, so you're gonna be going for the cooldown and pure damage almost always, because this is what gives Huskar late game potential. If you guys know one thing about Huskar is that his early game is pretty abysmal in the lane, but against some matchup he can free farm. His mid game is where he shines. Like once Huskar gets like Armlet, Halberd, he's pretty strong. Like no one can really kill him anymore. The only issue with Huskar before is the fact that he can't do late game. Like he just has no late game. But because of one addition to Huskar, well actually 2 additions, all that shit is completely fixed. Now Huskar is probably one of the strongest hero in the late game. And yeah, there's 2 additions. One is that at level 25, he has a Burning Spear's pure damage, which means, you know, it goes through BKB and everything. And if you know one thing about pure damage is that that shit is absolutely bonkers and you just kill everyone and anything. Number 2 is the way how his axe worked, okay? It's basically an axe taunt that is a 3-second taunt that pierces through BKB. I've tested this out, it pierces through BKB. So it's a 3-second taunt and you have a BKB piercing pure damage that stacks on people. So most of the time if you throw that shit, it cannot be dispelled, by the way. If you throw all this shit on them, and then like, let's say, because you attack super fast when you're at low HP, you jump on them, you taunt them, and you get like 20 stacks on them, even if you die, they will just die. Like, you pretty much guarantee a kill no matter what. 9 times out of 10 you won't actually die because you're gonna have 2 dispels. I mean, you're gonna have 2 disarms. You have a halberd that disarms for 3 seconds and 5 seconds on range targets. Oh, I actually didn't know that. Wow. I thought it was the same. That's why it's so good on heroes like Medusa. Jesus. But yeah, you have a 5-second disarm on your inner fire and a 3-second disarm, 2 5 seconds. So you have a 10-second disarm. Not even heroes like Ursa or shit like that can man up to you. There's actually just no hero that can deal with you. All you have to do is just taunt them, disarm, and just kill them. That's literally it. They're forced to just stand there. Because it's a taunt, they can't even blink away. Like, they can't use their spells while they're taunted. And they're just gonna be looking there, stuck there, looking at you while they can't hit you. Like, they literally just can't hit you while you kill them. Yeah, so this is the item build, guys. I'm just gonna go through it. Honestly, there's so much things that I can go through with Huskar, but this is just, you know, basics beginner guide. So go for, if you sometimes you might need a wand or windlace. If you feel like you need movement speed, or they have like Ursa or heroes that you want to chase down, or just you want to run away from, you can get a windlace. Or if they have like a bat rider, you know, get a stick and whatnot. Never go bottle, because that shit is completely useless on you. You don't need mana, you don't need HP. Essentially in Huskar, you don't need anything besides balls. You need balls of steel. That's the only thing you need. Alright, you don't need anything else on Huskar. You get Bracer because it's stats. Before, people used to go like 3 when I gave you magic res, but now it's just get 1 because no magic res is useless. You go boots, always. Always boots. There are some very small instances where I would just rush armlet without boots. And I think that is just a terrible idea because Huskar has 295 movement speed. He's super slow. You need boots to actually kite people. Let's say you're laning against a melee hero in the lane, and you don't have boots. They're just gonna run away. And let's say the Sven has boots. You can't actually pressure him properly because he's just gonna run away from you. You actually need boots to match up with what they have and be able to keep the pressure on them. After that, you go armlet. You usually go helmet iron will first for the recipe build up because it gives you pretty good you know, armor and HP. You go armlet, and personally I like to go bots. You should be going power treads. I like to go bots because this allows me to move around very quickly, and it kind of solves the issue of Huskar being a slow hero and being kited and whatnot. You can pretty much chase anyone down and just hit them. It's pretty fucking good. Now, with the playstyle I like to do is that I like to show up to fights late. And generally in Huskar, people fight on him too much. You're actually a farmer. You farm really fast. You're a flash farmer. Okay? With Berserker's Blood and Burning Spear, you're one of the fastest ancient farmers. All you need is armlet, and you can take stacks of up to like 5 stacks. Right? Armlet toggle every time you enter fire. So when you're farming the ancient stacks, every time you enter fire, you armlet toggle, and then you go back, and then you can kite backwards, and then you armlet toggle whenever you enter fire, so you don't accidentally kill yourself. Farm a lot. What else is there? Right. Also, just like random thing I thought of. Huskar is not that tanky. You have armlet, but that's it. Stop trying to toggle armlet. You're gonna die. Most of the time, you die because you turn your armlet off, not because you kept it on. The only time you take your armlet off is if you get AA blasted. And if they're picking AA, it's most likely a support AA, and you should not be playing Huskar if they pick AA in the first place. The only good part is that no one actually plays AA in this patch, so you're free to go. But yeah, most of the time you die because you try to armlet toggle and you die to some random poison or just some random creep hitting you, and you just die because you're at 1 HP. Literally keep it on. When you're at lower HP, you have so much regen to the point that you just don't need it. Like, you just have so much regen. Like, look, right here. Okay, that was bad. Because the fountain. Okay, but most of the time, you don't need to turn it off. Just keep it on at all times. Sometimes I literally just keep it on when farming and everything. I only toggle when I feel very safe to do so. And this is a very good tip. Do not toggle unless if you're sure that you're safe to just toggle. After that, if they have a lot of magic bursts, cloak is very nice. Just getting something like cloak. You don't need to build all this shit. Nah. 15% magic res is already very, very good. You don't need anything else. All this other stuff is completely useless. And some people go for overwhelming blink. This could be legit. You have very high strength gain, but I think because you have leap and whatnot, it's just kind of unnecessary. And this gives you cast range as well, so you really don't need it. I like to just rush Aghanim's after the halberd. Now, if you do need BKB, you know, get BKB if they have a bunch of stuns and silences and whatnot. But the halberd allows you to solo kill people, as I said. And after you get halberd, Aghanim's and BKB, you can solo kill anyone. It doesn't even matter. You can be up against Necro, Viper. All you have to do is jump them first and they're just dead. Now the only thing that kills you is Blade Mail, but you can just solve that with the Satanic and you're good to go. Now because Huskar you can actually taunt people and whatnot, you can actually just get Blade Mail. And Blade Mail is actually very viable because you're kind of like Axe or Legion Commander where you force them to hit you. So Blade Mail just kills them even faster, especially if they have very high damage, like a PA or something. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. There's a lot of other things about Huskar, but this is all I really need to know. Just literally buy Armlet, farm, and walk down lanes. The Shard I usually don't really like to buy. It's really good. It's really good actually, because it slows them and it's pretty fucking good. But most of the time you want to be taking Roche whenever you can. And that's usually after Armlet. Once you get like maxed out Burning Spears and maxed out Berserker's Blood and Armlet, you can go Roche. Just make sure you don't die to Roche. Like sometimes the Roche bashes you twice in a row and you just die, which is pretty sad. But a lot of times if you're hitting the Roche on, all you have to do is Inner Fire and then toggle and you're gonna be okay. Like the Roche is gonna be killing you. You're gonna Inner Fire and toggle and he's gonna hit you like 5 times again. And then Inner Fire is gonna be back off cooldown, you're gonna be good to go. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the guide. You know, spam some Huskar while he's still good. Like this hero just becomes overpowered or he just becomes completely useless. It's so weird how Huskar is. But he's actually a lot more fun than I imagined him to be. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out the Twitch, check out Discord. Check out the Patreon. Nobody ever checks out the Patreon. It's okay, just check out the Twitch. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.